Okay, so you have no idea how excited I am to open up this box. This is a prototype copy of a game that is actually currently on Kickstarter that I have been so interested in. I've been dying to try, and the publisher actually reached out a couple weeks ago offering to send me a prototype copy. So I just opened up this box enough just to kind of see what was in it, and when I saw what was inside, I stopped what I was doing, hurried and set up all of our camera footage over here because I wanted to open up this box for the first time on camera, kind of just sharing my thoughts and kind of showing off the components of the game, and obviously like my first reaction to seeing it in person. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. Ooh. Let's see. Oh. Ooh. Ah, it's just so beautiful. Hello everybody, welcome back to Board Game Buzz today. My name is Carly, and today we are going to be doing an unboxing of the brand new title FLOE from PIKA Games. So obviously I want to give a huge shout out to PIKA Games for sending this prototype copy of the game to me. But before we get started, I do want to make something very clear that this is very much a prototype copy of the game. For people who are not very familiar with prototype copies, as I open this, it's probably, I'm assuming it's probably going to look like a jumbled mess because most prototypes, at least the prototypes that I personally get, there's like no organization, lots of stuff. Like, again, it just kind of feels prototypey. It feels like kind of like a first version of the game. But having said that, I've been able to see multiple of other content creators kind of prototypes, or at least videos of it, and it looks just so beautiful. And so that's why I really wanted to do an unboxing today, just kind of focused on the components of this game kind of in its current stage. Obviously when this game is fully produced, it's probably going to look even better, but I did just kind of want to show off the game a little bit because it is so beautiful. Obviously Andrew Bosley artwork throughout this entire game. Andrew Bosley is quickly becoming my favorite, as of right now, he is my favorite like illustrator within the board game community. Everything that he does that automatically just like piques my interest, makes me that much more engaged with the game personally, having his artwork throughout it. So I'm so excited just to kind of open this up and share my first thoughts on the game, just simply visually wise. Kind of coming back to the cover here, I don't know too much about the actual gameplay, but I do know that it's kind of like an adventure. Like you're supposed to kind of like feel like you're on an adventure, and I think that this cover like perfectly captures that. It evokes a sense of like adventure and emotion to me. So I love the cover that Andrew did for this game. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this, again, prototype copy of FLOE. This is the very first time I'm opening up this box, so I don't really quite know what to expect, but let's just do it together. All right, so we obviously have the beautiful Andrew Bosley artwork that we kind of already talked about, and boom. Okay, so we have a little note. Carly, I try to organize the bits to make setup a little bit easier. Have fun, Paula. Oh, okay, so Paula, if it's the Paula that I'm thinking about, must have been the one that had this prototype before me. Okay, so now diving into some of the components a little bit. I told you it would kind of be a little bit messy. Got 3 little bags that, let's see, they contain, all right, it's like little tokens, little like keys and treasure chests. I know that in the game, I watched Amy and Maggie from Thinker Themer, their review on this, and apparently like when you collect keys and a treasure chest, you can, when you collect both, like a key and a chest, then you're able to like unlock something or like gain an item, and I love the thematics of that. All right, so we have like these little bags here, and now the cards. Oh, okay, so these cards, I believe these are like tavern cards or something. So many of like the little details in this game I'm super excited about. Like I already kind of mentioned, like trying to find a key and find a chest to like unlock a treasure or something. I love how on these little cards here, they have like little text box. So it's almost like a video game when you walk up to like a character in the game, and little text box pop up and it's like, what option do you want to choose, or like how do you want to interact with this character? Yes, Beckham is very excited about this game too, if you can hear him squabbling away over there. I love the way that Andrew Bosley does cards, and I feel like he brings so much life into the cards that he illustrates. So I'm definitely like getting that vibe with these cards here, as I'm getting, you know, this, I don't know, this world building I think just really is coming through on these cards for me personally. All right, so we're gonna kind of try to keep stuff organized. Let's see, some more cards. So it looks like these are possibly like tool cards. You got like cloaks and spy glasses and nets. Oh, and then this treasure chest. Maybe these are the chests that you can open, because that looks like the treasure symbol that we already saw. Let's flip these over and see. Okay, yeah, I'm guessing that's what these are. So you got like pearls, frozen heart, fire kelp jelly, book of songs, sea crowns, scepters. Okay, so I'm guessing that these are the items that you can unlock if you find a key and a chest. Those look really cool. Got lots of tokens. Probably won't go through all of these. Prototypes are always really hard to learn because everything's kind of mixed up, and everything, again, is not quite in its final form, including the rule book. So that's kind of what makes prototypes. Sorry, Beckham's like, yes, Beckham. Yes. But yes, that's what makes prototypes really hard, is that there's like so many pieces. They're all usually kind of like mixed up or like thrown together in baggies, and you're trying to piece them together with a rule book that's also not 100% complete most of the time. So it makes it kind of extra difficult. So it looks like we have a bag here full of different types of tokens and different symbols. Ooh, we've got dice. Love me some dice. Okay, so, oh, these are like huge chunky dice. Okay, let's try to get them all out here. These dice feel so great, and they're huge, and I love like the color of blue. I love this ice world. Everything like feels like ice. Like these pieces, they look like ice cube dice that you're rolling. Okay, so I think these are like the monster cards. I know that a portion of this game is almost like, I don't want to say dungeon crawler, but almost you're kind of like going through a cave system and defeating monsters. I'm guessing that that's what these cards are. They're like different types of monsters. Let's flip this over. Oh, these are cool. Okay, different. Here, let's see if I can get these organized so you see them a little bit better. Okay, so different types of monsters that are, I'm assuming, like in the cave system. Okay, so I think in this one, these are the character boards. Yes, okay. All right, so I know, so in this game, obviously you take on the role of a character, but then you also have a familiar that can like assist you. I think it like helps you with battles or something. So yeah, so I think that these, let's see, these ones look different. I'm guessing, okay, so I think that these ones are the characters. Oh, they look so cute. The characters that you can be, you recognize these two characters from the cover. Oh, so each of them have little quotes on them. Okay, so Rupa says, roots from unbreakable bond. Nobu's quote is, a quill, a pearl, and a promise. That's cute. Arhut says, let the wind guide us. And then Wantu says, noodles remind me of the future. Wait, what? Noodles remind, okay, this is like my new favorite character. That is so cute. Noodles remind me of the future. Why? Nobody knows. And then they have these cute little familiars. So Yango, I'm totally gonna like butcher all these names. Yango says, point me at the target. Jami says, give me a second. Yuma says, leaving no stone unturned. And then Thanu is, blink and you've lost it. Okay, interesting. Wantu's is definitely the best. Noodles remind me of the future. There's also lots of cards in here that, yeah, there's lots of different types of cards in this game. Don't quite know what they all mean, but you kind of see the characters throughout, or like the four main characters throughout some of these cards on here. So I believe that these are all the miniatures in here, which we'll dive into in just a moment. I kind of want to finish going through the box. Okay, so I believe that these are the houses in this game. So I know that you'll also, like, on your player board, you will like be constructing houses like off to the side, which will help kind of like generate items for you when they're activated, I believe. So we have a bunch of different, so it looks like you have like the tops of the houses and then the bottoms of the houses that all have like different abilities. And so when you activate them, they'll like, again, generate, I believe, the resources that are listed on them. It's kind of interesting how like all the tops and bottoms of the houses, and you can kind of see, they're all different. And so they all kind of like make like different combinations. I really like it when games kind of have this little system of like every time you play, it gets rearranged so it's different. But aesthetically wise, like the art, like it always looks kind of similar. Like, okay, so this is the part that I was so excited about, was diving in to and seeing the actual board piece, because I really love this like frozen tundra world that they've created here, and it really shines through with the main board. So you have these pieces that we laid out in the center of the table, and these are, I believe this is like the exploration part of the game. This is where you'd be like going and like collecting certain resources and stuff through these boards. All right, so we have these boards here. I believe these are like our personal player boards that you'll be using throughout the game. I already kind of mentioned before like the dungeon crawling aspect in this game. I believe that's what this is. Yeah, you can kind of see the dragon symbols line up. So yeah, I believe this is the cave, goes on the bottom of the board, and so this is where you will take your little character and move through this cave system, battling monsters, I assume just all in the hopes of getting points or getting prestige or something. And now we have finally arrived at the most beautiful part of this game, I believe, and that is this huge, beautiful village area in the game. It looks so beautiful. I love the different buildings and the locations that are found throughout the game. Looks like there's spots to hold cards too, and I believe that this is the point track over here on the side of the board. So this game, it's like a race, I believe, to 6 points. That's what triggers the end of the game. And something that's interesting is there's also half points in this game, which I don't think I've ever played a game that's like that. So you can, instead of just always scoring 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, you actually have the opportunity to gain half points in this game, which is kind of interesting. So now that we have this board out, let's quickly dive into some of these little figures and we'll kind of place them. Obviously, again, I just want to emphasize again, this is a prototype. The actual game will not come to you this way with your miniatures being stored like this. Okay, so it looks like we have these little characters. It's kind of a weird color. I don't know if that's going to come up on the overhead camera, but we have these cute little characters here. I mean, I love miniatures in general, but these look so cute. I love seeing Andrew Bosley artwork like as a miniature. I love those. Like, it's like comes to life. Brings it to life a little bit. Okay, so these are the boats. I believe that these boats are they're going to be the Kickstarter Deluxe Edition. The standard edition of this game is just going to have like standard little meeple boats, but these like miniature boats will be a part of the Kickstarter one, and those look beautiful. Oh, I believe these are the familiars. Okay, that's what these are. These little pink guys are the familiars. Oh, that one's so cute. That one like matches the noodle guy. I already forgot his name, like Wantu or something. So these miniatures, I'm guessing that these are the people that actually are living in the village. So I know that there's like some sort of kind of like Mancala aspect to this game, where when you land on a spot, you will receive the health, or you'll receive warmth. Everything in this game comes down to warmth. Like every time you move or take an action, it's going to be costing you warmth in this game, which again is really thematic. You're like in this tundra place, and warmth is kind of like hard to come by and scarce. So the reason why it's a Mancala system is because you'll have these characters on the board like so, like for example, like if it looked like this and you went here with your character, then you would gain 2 warmth because you have 2 villagers there, and then you would kind of Mancala style place them one at a time, going clockwise in like the next open villager spots. So I believe that these are the villagers. Again, I think this is like the deluxe version. You'll get these actual miniatures. In the standard version, I believe you'll get like the little, just like normal, regular green meeples. So obviously this unboxing is just simply kind of like a first look at the prototype copy of this game. So obviously just kind of going into this, my first thoughts on just looking visually at this is I think it looks beautiful. This villager board I think is my favorite part of the game, just to see kind of like the world that's here, and then obviously these tiles, if I can find where the tiles went. Oh, I think they're over here somewhere. Here they are, yeah. Okay, so yeah, these explorer tiles just look beautiful. And again, these are placed underneath this board. I know that there have been some complaints in regards to this. People say like this game is huge and big. It doesn't seem super big to me right now. Again, it's not laid out on the table, but I don't think, like from what I've seen in the pictures, I know it doesn't get any wider than this board, and this board doesn't seem too wide to me right now. But again, I'll be sharing all my thoughts on that on a follow-up video in regards to kind of our first thoughts and impressions after playing this game. But again, just first thoughts, like this game, it just looks breathtaking, honestly, in real life. I'm really hoping that it's coming across on the camera because it does just look beautiful. All right, so that is a very kind of quick unboxing and kind of first look at this prototype version of FLOE. Obviously, keep an eye on the current Kickstarter that is going for this game to kind of see probably more finalized versions of what they're anticipating this game will look like. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, it means so much if you could do. If you could go ahead and do that for me, it really helps support me and kind of everything that we're doing over here on the channel. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.